In today's world of high-speed connection, text messaging, and social networking, we often find ourselves searching for information. There are millions of blogs on the internet. News, sports, politics, and tech. But I bring it all together for you and present it in a relentlessly unconventional fashion. My name is Zenny Abraham, and this is the Blog Report. It's time now for tech. Hey folks, we're at the Balboa Cafe, and actually I met Michael Downey here 7 years ago? At least 7 years ago, and now we're talking about Tout and the amazing developments with the WWE. Michael, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, it's great to see you. Hey, now that you're here, I'm excellent. Hey, so tell my viewers how the WWE deal came about and what Tout's all about. We know it, I know
So, Tout launched 14 months ago now.
Right.
We created a social media platform that really helps personalities, media companies, outlets connect, communicate, and engage with the user base. It's a kind of high-impact, real-time, visual form of conversation, visual form of engagement that's largely driven through smartphones. And the way that the WWE relationship came about is they actually reached out to us a couple of months ago.
Oh, nice.
We had been working with various media outlets like CBS and ESPN and C-SPAN and CNBC and others, and had a number of different relationships that were integrated into broadcast TV shows, digital platforms. We were talking to them about the same kind of implementation, tying into their television shows and their digital. In the midst of all this excitement around what they could do with the technology, they asked if we would be open to them investing in the company. Coincidentally, we just happened to be right in the middle of an investment round. And we were so eager to have a strategic partner be involved that I actually bumped a couple of guys out of the round and made room for the WWE. So we're thrilled to have them on board. They're a significant investor in the round. We just launched a week and a half ago this implementation integration into their television shows, which are two different shows broadcast twice a week, Monday and Friday, to an audience of 12 million people a week. Pay-per-view events, live events. So it's an exciting partnership.
Hey, so for the lay listener or viewer, integration means that if I watch the WWE on television, I'm watching Touts as well?
Yeah, what it means is that there's a second screen experience where people who aren't at the event but they're watching it on TV can actually tout through their smartphones their commentary, their feedback, their questions or remarks to the wrestlers themselves. And those touts will be published real time, not only to WWE.com, but also to the Jumbotron screen at the stadium.
Holy cow!
Where these events go on. I mean, it's an incredible 360-degree integration. Not only that, but people who are at the event can be touting their perspective of that event. And as that happens, within 1 minute those touts are published. They're also on the Jumbotron at the event and automatically pushed out to WWE.com. So whether you're at home watching, whether you're walking down the street looking on your smartphone, or whether you're actually at the event, people get this amazing sense of being very connected to the event itself, to the excitement, and to the people and what's going on. The WWE is made up of a number of different characters and personalities and storylines that develop. So this has turned out to be just the perfect kind of partnership.
Did you meet Vince McMahon?
I did. Well, actually, I should say I was on a couple of video conference calls with him. And his daughter, Stephanie McMahon, is also a senior executive with the company. So they've actually really been a pleasure to work with and phenomenal.
What's he like to meet or to work with on a business? Because we have one view of him, which is that quasi-pugilistic, crazy, I don't know what's going to happen, but he's the CEO of a... Yeah, exactly.
Office as well.
Yeah.
I got to say, I'm not involved in the kind of day-to-day or back office stuff there, but our interaction with them has just been phenomenal. They're really professional, very smart people involved. incredibly pioneering in the social media space. They got onto Twitter and Facebook in 2008, decided to make that a core part of their business companies would promote events, would promote personalities, would connect with the audience in unique ways, even way back then, when I think most media companies were just learning what Twitter was. So these guys are smart. They built a $500 million company.
Right.
That's a global, 145 different countries, broadcasting to 130 million people. They built an empire, and they're a smart, really disciplined team that knows what they're doing.
How has it changed talent? Because now you've got not just the $13 million investment, but major use of talent, which means more server load, everything else. So how's that,
We raised a $13.4 million round. All of that fundraising and all that financing is really to help support the growth of the application. As you know, over the last 14 months, we've grown on average 20 to 35% per month.
Right.
We've had at this point, over 25 million people come through and use the application, which has been awesome.
I think I'm still a lead touter, though.
You're a very elite touter.
Thank you.
At the absolute top of the pyramid.
Thank you.
And so, a lot of that funding is really to support the growth so that we can expand the servers, make sure that we can handle the load from some of these big media companies and continue to grow. And also, it's in part for international expansion as well.
Right. What are the next steps after WWE? Because now this is a whole new platform, a whole new area, a whole new range of visibility too,
Absolutely. So WWE is the best use case ever because people can finally see the power of tying this real-time visual updates into broadcast, digital.
I have to give you an unprofessional high five.
Yeah.
I quite agree.
So the great thing is people have already seen it and said, oh, I get it. This is exactly what you're supposed to do. This is a new kind of next generation water cooler discussion that happens anywhere you are, anytime you want, from the power and the palm of your hand with your smartphone. And so that has been so great in informing and educating other potential clients and customers. We've got a lot of them lined up. Of course, one big thing is the election. It's an unprecedented opportunity in terms of where we are in our growth to get out there and get involved and make sure that tout is part of the conversation. That people are using it to voice their opinions, perspectives, who they want to vote for, who they don't want to vote for. So we're definitely investing in that and going to try to make a big push around that as well.
Now, what about sports? Because it seems like such a natural for football.
Sure.
I mean, you've got WWE, but I would think the NFL would be,
and
other
a good
hockey,
one. Yeah, we haven't spoken to the NFL, although if they're watching, you should definitely call us. But we have worked with ESPN quite a bit, and we're going to continue to work with them. We've worked with the Turner Sports guys a bit. We're looking to do more with them. We've worked with Fox Sports a bit. And so I think this fall we'll see a lot more sports integration across the board. We do have some teams like the 49ers and, who else? There's someone else who came on independently and basically...
The Steelers.
The Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers.
And we've got tons of players, individual players who are on town and use it as a way to connect and engage with their own fans and their own audience. So... for sure, sports is going to be a big area, and we'll see who those big companies are that come in and do kind of a platform-wide integration, which we love. But in the meantime, you'll see the individual players and other people on it.
Now, this really also changes the game because there are different types of 12-second or 15-second systems. But now, you guys are right up there with Vidi now in terms of use, right? I mean, I would say maybe I'm ahead of them, right? It's like... I prefer tout to Vidi. I don't like,
There's a really important distinction here.
Okay.
Because, like every new emerging technology movement, it's hard to tell in the beginning how people are differentiated or what's unique or what's ultimately going to be the right use case. I think it's especially important here because change and behavioral change is happening so fast. One of the key concepts to remember is that a lot of what you've seen around micro video and smartphone-driven video has been, as people describe it, the Instagram of video kind of movement.
Right.
Well, I think it's okay to use that phraseology for other businesses, not tout. That's not what we're doing. Instagram and the concept of that experience is really about self-expression. I put something out there and I wait for people to give me a thumbs up or tell me how nice it is or whatever. And that's a perfectly good social media experience. That's what drove YouTube to great heights. That's not what we're focused on. And this is a hard thing to describe to people, and I don't think until probably the WWE deal people truly realize what we were doing. We're focused entirely on real-time social communications. We look at Tout as a platform that is really a real-time information network. Where people are updated, where people stay in the know, where people feel like they're connected to the other individuals and groups and teams and whatever it may be that they care about. And that is not self-expression. That is not making generic, beautified content that you hope the community gives you a thumbs up on. And so, while it's hard to see these kind of nuanced differences early on in these emerging categories, I think it's important to know what behavior you're going after and where you think the movement really is.
I think I always felt that Tout was the best for capturing a moment like something either at war on the battlefield or an accident or something that is newsy and can, frankly speaking, go viral quickly, but you need to pick it up and distribute it within 15 seconds.
And we've seen, entire news bureaus take over, and you're going to see more of that over the next couple of months. Journalists around the world who are doing real-time updates using Tout, reporting on breaking news, providing updates to existing stories. It's a huge use case. We've had a lot of traction there. And there'll definitely be more to report over the next couple of months.
Hey, Michael, thanks a lot. Congratulations.
You appreciate it, Zay.
Hey, thanks for having me as part of it. The Tout evangelist.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right.